quality health care. And on health needs and assessment and planning, they will conduct periodic health needs assessment across the ward. They'll identify gaps in health infrastructure, staffing, equipment, and trucks and ambulances. As much as this account come and function, we can't let it go because it has delays. On conflict prevention, resolution, and social cohesion, they'll identify potential conflict triggers like land dispute, political rivalry, and resource competition. They'll also advise me on early warning, mediation, and peace-building mechanism. They'll promote community dialogue, cohesion, and peaceful coexistence. On matters of security advisory, these are the following functions. They'll assess early and give warnings by conducting regular security situation assessment across all wards. They'll identify crime hotspot, emerging threats, and vulnerable areas, provide early warning, practical advice to me for timely engagement with the security agents if they are the police. On community policing and public safety, they'll advise me how to strengthen community policing initiatives like the Nyumba Kumi. They will promote collaboration between communities and security agencies. They will support awareness on public safety, crime prevention, and emergency reporting. On security infrastructure and logistics, they'll advise me on priority security infrastructure like police posts, patrol passes, lighting, communication equipment, and access roads. They will also provide technical input on CDF support for approved security-related infrastructures. They will monitor utilization and maintenance of supported facilities. On election, events, and public order preparedness, they will advise me on security planning for any engagement of public gathering, cultural events, and official functions, even the elections of either any. Support compliance with public order laws while safeguarding constitutional rights. They will also promote peaceful political processes where we need a peaceful environment in all. There are those that are cutting across on the security and administration, but we shall have stakeholders that will engage and coordinate, and we shall also be receiving research and data reporting, whereby we prepare periodic advisory briefs and reports back to me, and they'll track on emerging risks, legislative gaps, and they also have policy opportunities to get me understand. On human rights, rule of law, and accountability, they'll advise me on upholding human rights, rule of law, and constitutional insecurity and advisory action. They'll promote lawful, professional, and community-friendly approaches to security. They'll flag concerns related to abuse, corruption, and maladministration for appropriate action. On ethics, confidentiality, they'll operate still as non-executive, and they'll not be earning anything because they are giving back to the community. Lastly, we have youth, gender, sports, and agriculture. We have Peter Makuto from Butali Chekulo, Felicitas Inyanji Mukonyi from Chimuche, Lucy Mulombi, Kabras East, Morris Machani from Kabras South, Kevin Ongacho from Kabras West, Amunga Wasirwa from Manda Shivanga, Moses Lubonga from Shiruku Mugai, and we have Madam Leah Hassandi from Kabras East. We have the following as their duties on advising me, starting with the youth. They'll advise me on empowerment policies, programs, and reforms affecting Malava Constituency. They'll interpret national initiatives, KYOPS, NYS, Ajira Digital, Youth Enterprise Development for local uptake. They'll recommend strategies to address youth and unemployment, skill gaps, and social challenges. On youth empowerment and economic inclusion, they'll identify and advise me on skills development, entrepreneurship, innovation, and digital opportunities for the youth. They'll promote access to funds, grants, internship, apprenticeships, support formation, and strengthening of youth groups and enterprises. On gender and advisory, they'll advise me on equity, equality, and inclusion policies and intervention. They will promote women and girls to education and give economic opportunities to me to understand in leadership and healthcare. They will also recommend programs addressing gender-based violence and harmful cultural practices. On support for vulnerable groups, they'll advise on target intervention for women, girls, BHWDs, and marginalized groups. They'll promote access to government programs such as women enterprise funds, social protection schemes, support awareness and referral mechanisms for survivors and abuse. On sports, they'll advise me on developing talent and nurturing. They'll advise me on how it can be implemented and how it can be developed in Malava Constituency. They'll identify priority sports discipline, football, athletics, volleyball, netball, and indoor games. Where I was engaging CS Muvuria, I wanted to start a sports academy in Malava during this reign that I'm holding. Promote grassroots identification and development pathways. On infrastructure of sports and events, they'll advise me on how I should develop them, upgrade and maintain the sports on the ground, pitches, sports ground, pitches, courts, and community facilities. They'll support marginalized organization of water and condition sports tournament to nurture talent and unity. They'll promote partnership in schools, academies, and federation. On culture, where I'm also having Kapaka Watai as one of the major sons from the soil in charge of this, he'll advise me and others on culture, heritage, and the creative economy by preserving local culture and indigenous knowledge. They'll support cultural festival, arts, music, drama, and the creative industries. They'll promote culture as a tool for social cohesion, tourism, and economic empowerment. On moral values and social cohesion and identity, they'll promote cultural values by giving outright ethics and community identity. They'll advise on programs that enhance intergenerational dialogue and unity. They'll support peaceful coexistence and respect for diversity. And we have those that are cross-cutting, whereby we shall engage stakeholders and coordination by having State Department of Youth, Gender, Sports, Culture, county government and national government and NGOs and development partners. We shall engage the youth leaders, women groups, sports association, cultural leaders, and the creatives. To analyze on youth, gender, sports, and the cultural issues, and we shall prepare periodic advisory reports on policy briefs for my office, and I'll track the matching events and opportunities, civic participation, and support community-led initiatives. This one, as I finish, we'll have to give another turning point in making Malava great again by looking at all stakeholders, not only those who are here, but we shall bring everybody on board so that we make Malava leadership very inclusive and not just for one person. Because I believe in teamwork. That is why I've decided to come out with advisory committees that will not be on payment. And at no time, I'm still repeating, there will be no payment. These are the sons of the soil that we have agreed, have engaged them, and they have offered services on free as a return to the community. Thank you very much.